Hello guys, welcome to ORI study. Today we will continue with our procedure third video. In this video we are going to see the in and out parameters, how we can use the out parameter in our procedure, exception handling in the procedure, and what are the notation to use the procedure inside other anonymous blocks. So suppose we are having a problem in that we have to get the manager name of a particular employee. We have been given the employee ID, and from that we need to take the manager name. So suppose we are having one employee here, 101. Okay, now let's see. So in that there is no name, manager name is not mentioned, only we are having a manager ID. So from this manager ID we can get manager name. So suppose for this employee ID, what is a manager? Okay, so Stephen King is a manager for 101 employee ID. Okay, so like that we can create a procedure in that we can pass employee ID and we will get the manager name. Let's see how can we do that. So first of all we will create a simple procedure with name get manager. So in that we will pass a parameter employee ID as input parameter, and the second parameter will be the manager name. Okay, manager name, it will be out parameter, and it is of course of the arcade 2. Then we'll start is, and if we have any, we'll see if we have any declaration, we will declare it here. So before that we will begin our block. Now what we have to do, we can use the above SQL query. Let's see how we can use select. So we need a first name. See here, there is a first name is there and the last name. We will concatenate them. First name, then the pipe space pipe and the last name. Okay, from employees we'll give the condition where employee ID equals to, now this is a little bit tricky. So we need to provide the employee ID of the manager. Okay, and in that subquery we will provide here a subquery select statement, and in that we will provide the manager ID. This is suppose the manager ID, and in that we will provide a employee ID. Let's see how we can do. Select here, we will give manager, we need to get a manager ID. Manager ID from employees, where employee ID is equals to, we'll provide our parameter here. Okay, so this is our subquery. Here we will get the manager ID of this employee ID, and from this employee ID we will get the name of the manager. Now we need to store into clause into, let's say, some parameter we need to use here. Suppose into manager, or instead of this we can directly use this parameter out parameter here. So the first name and last name will be stored in this. So in this, like that we will get the manager name. If suppose some manager is not having a manager which is a super manager, and on that there is a no manager, then how we can do that? So there we have a concept of exception handling, then we will get the error. So for that we need to use the exception here. Exception, we will use exception when say no data found. Then simply we will write down the statement. What is the issue here? dbms output dot put underscore line, let's say employee ID, employee ID, here we will pass employee ID, does not have any manager. Okay, like that message we will get. And there is one other common exception we can use is when others than. Okay, in this we can provide a simple dbms output dot put underscore line. Here we will see the error message. What is the error message is, and we are having one function here defaultly given by Oracle, SQL ERRM, and error code we can get. Error code is SQL code. Okay, so like that we can get, and we will finish our code. And procedure name. So we are no need to declare anything here. So just simply we can use. So this is our procedure. Now we will create and let's see if we get an error. Okay, perfect. We are not having any compilation error. Now how we can execute this one? Let's say begin. What we need to do is we need to get manager our procedure, and here we need to pass the parameters. Suppose we are passing the some EID and some values, or some we can say some variables. Okay, dbms output dot put underscore line, and let's say manager for employee ID. Here we will give the employee ID. Employee ID is EID here. Manager for employee ID is MGR name. This is our out parameter, and this is our we will provide here. Let's end this one. Now we need to declare both the parameters. First is EID, of course this is a number type, and we need to provide here what is the value. We need to pass the value here. And the second one is manager name. It is a varchar2 type. This is output parameter, so it will store the value varchar2 of suppose 128. Okay, and for getting the output, set server output on, set server output on. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, anonymous block completed. Manager for employee ID 101 is Stephen King. So we are getting the correct result. So for 101 we have seen manager ID was 100, and for 100 the name is Stephen King. Now let's see if we give another email ID, another parameter. Suppose say it is 100. Now let's run this one. See, anonymous block completed. Employee ID 100 does not have any manager. So this is our exception handling when no data found, because there was no data for the employee. Okay, so manager for employee ID 100 is, so we will not get any data. This is just a simple line. So if you give here also 100, let's see who is the manager for 100. There is no manager ID. This is null. So in this video we have seen the how to use the out parameter and how to use the exception block no data found, and when others, and how we can use the exception blocks. So in this exception there are predefined 20 exception given by Oracle, and in this we can declare our own. In the further sessions I'll try to add in details about the exceptions. Okay, so there is one more concept, like how can we use this parameter. So simply here, if it is an out parameter, this is mandatory to give mention as out. If you don't give in also, let's see what happens. Okay, we'll recreate the block. It's completed, and we'll again give our parameter 101. Let's see whether it gives us the same result or not. Okay, so the result is same. So this means the in parameter is by default. No need to mention the in parameter here. If you give nothing in out or in and out, it will take in as a default. The next, this is called as notation. Here we have used the parameter here like this. So this is called as notations. So there are three types of notation. First is position base. Second one is a position. Third one is a mixed. And there are three. Let me see 1 second. Position based, named base, and the exception. So here we have given the named base. We are not directly provided the value. Instead we have provided the, here we have used the position base. Sorry, this is a position base. So this is the first position, this is the second position. So here if we are using the extra out block, so we are not using the name. If we have to use the named, then we have to give the name of this employee ID here. What is the block employee ID? If you are having suppose 5 to 6 parameters, then it is efficient to use this named notation. So like that we can use employee ID semi equal to and greater than symbol, and here we can directly pass the value or we can pass the variable, and this is the out parameter, no need to give anything here. So like that, this is the named notation. And in the mixed notation, if you are having suppose 5 to 6, some we can use as a named notation and some we can use as a position notations. So this is one important point we can use for our procedure. That's it for today, guys. If you have any question or any suggestion, you can let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video.